Alright YouTube, what's going on? Gardner here. Alright, now listen, I'm going to be trying to catch you guys up with some of the finds that I've had in the last couple of weeks. Because I just started this channel and, you know, I'm going to try to get as many videos out as I can to kind of like catch up to current stuff. So this is probably a couple of weeks old, and I'll try to kind of give you an overview of the stories behind, you know, these pickups. But I got to tell you, this season's been rough. For instance, yesterday I went to a sale that had you know, a couple of newer games, PS2 games, and they were pretty good. You know, some of them were like Resident Evil. You know, so I thought maybe nobody had actually gone to the sale, because who would leave, you know, a Resident Evil at a garage sale for $1? And you know, the woman was talking to one of her friends, and she was like, "Yeah, those are really hot sellers today. I tell you, really hot sellers." And you know, whenever I hear that, it's like a dagger. It's like a dagger. And you know, the curiosity always catches up to me. So I ask, "Oh, what did you have? What did you have?" And she's like, "Oh, just a Nintendo game system." And because there were PS2 games, you know, I didn't think that it was going to be anything good. Maybe GameCube, which I'm really not into GameCube, but you know, if it was there, it's cool. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. What, GameCube?" And she's like, No. I had about 80 Super Nintendo games and about 30 N64 games, and some guy just came 20 minutes ago and bought them all for $30. Oh, 80 Super Nintendo games. 80. Okay? $80 Super Nintendo games. Let me just say that again. 80 fucking Super Nintendo games. Alright, for $30, no less, too. So, you know, clearly that was my cue to drive home at that point. But anyway, let's you know, rewind a couple of weeks ago, and you know, for the most part, I go to about 40 sales, and this week was no different. Alright, but I roll up on this sale that this guy has a sale probably every 2 weeks, and he's got a couple of kids, and for some reason they don't always bring out all the games they had. So you know, I picked up a few games from this guy's house. He charged me $2 each, and I picked up Zelda, The Wind Waker for the GameCube, and Resident Evil 4. Alright, this guy's pretty cool. He's given me some deals before, but you know, $2, can't complain on that. My normal route that day, I remember, was, you know, giving me nothing. I went to about 30 sales probably in my normal route, and it literally had nothing going on. Nothing. So what I did was, I have an iPhone. I looked up Craigslist real quick, looked up video games on some of the sales, and I found a sale a pretty decent ways away that had video games. So check this out. These were $1 each, which was astonishing to me. But Xbox Mech Assault, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Guilty Gear X2, Fable, The Lost Chapters. Some of these do not have the books. Blinks, The Time Sweeper. And this, you know, I'm a big Phantasy Star fan. I never even heard of this one. Phantasy Star Universe. for the 360. These are 360 games for $1. You know, and it was a woman probably in her early 40s. And when I asked her how much the games were, she had them all stacked up. She was just like $1. And I'm not even going to argue for Xbox 360 games for $1. But I mean, are we really getting rid of 360 games already? This is crazy, man. Love them. Hey, she was a pretty good looking broad too. Alright, so here's another 360 game. Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. That to the side. Capcom Classics Collection. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Star Wars Obi-Wan. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. And Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf. Now, I have to agree with Bithead's sentiments on these types of games. Every time I play a game with a huge robot with guns and it seems like it should be the recipe for success, these games always suck shit. So I don't know about you guys. I mean, it's a platinum hit, so it looks like it's sold a ton of games, but, you know, don't know about that. I remember going, alright, so, and about 5 minutes later I went to another sale, I asked if they had any games. She said, yeah, we have one, but it doesn't play on the Xbox 360, so you can have it for free. It's really not that big of a pickup, but Hitman 2, so she just gave it to me for free, I'll take it. And the next few games were from a sale that had prices that were a little higher than I normally like to pay. So these were $2 each. After I chewed her down, she wanted $3 each, but these are $2 each. I'm especially excited about one of them. I'll save that one for last. Alright. Soul Calibur 2 for the PlayStation 2. X-Men Legends 2. Gungrave Overdose. And this, Grandia 3. I remember playing Grandia 2 for the Dreamcast. Awesome game. Silent Scope 3. And Resident Evil 4 for the PC. Alright, now last, definitely not least, and probably can't wait to play this, man. This looks awesome. Updated versions of these games. Remastered Sega Classics Collection. Look at that. This was $2. You got Alien Syndrome on there. You got some Golden Axe. Space Harrier. You know what I'll do? I'll review this. We're going to go through these games and see how cool they are. With enhanced graphics. Sick. And what I'll say to you guys is that with the PlayStation 2 forward, I'll play that on the giant LCD TV. But with the old school games, as you can see, they look amazing on the piece of garbage Philips that I pulled out of the trash. So, hey man, thanks for tuning in. So we're going to be catching up, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace out, YouTube!